David Shoebridge.
Mr Deputy President, last Saturday, those councils that have survived so far the Bairds government's forced amalgamations went to the polls. And with votes still being counted, the Greens are looking likely to have elected councillors in at least 19 of the 29 councils that we ran candidates in. We now have councillors, all of whom were democratically pre-selected by their local groups, who are there having run local community campaigns and having delivered on grassroots democracy. And the results speak for themselves, with the Greens celebrating tremendous success across the state. Communities from Byron to the Blue Mountains, Clarence to Campbelltown and Albury to Glen Innes have elected Greens councillors. We look likely to have at least 25 new councillors across the state. Those councillors who have been elected by their local community to stand up for the environment, for local jobs, for public services, for good government and sustainable planning. Just a few hours ago, it was confirmed that Dominic King will be the newly directly elected Mayor of Bellingen, and that's a testament to Dominic's hard work as a councillor in the last term, as well as the local Greens who have been passionate voices for the protection of their local forests and koalas on the mid-north coast. And in a strong endorsement for Greens on local government, the excellent Byron Greens Mayor Simon Richardson has been re-elected with 49% of the primary vote. And this time going into an administration which almost certainly will see a Greens majority on council. And while votes are still being counted, the Greens' Amanda Finlay, again another councillor running again, is looking likely to be the newly directly elected Mayor of Shoalhaven after the Greens have basically tripled their vote in the Shoalhaven. And in her last term, Amanda was a strong advocate for coastal and environmental protection, and she stood up against the overdevelopment agenda, and that work, that constant hard work, has been recognised by her local community. In Kiama, where the Greens have been consistently campaigning to keep local government local, oppose forced amalgamations, we've seen the Greens attain a quarter of the primary vote, well placed to increase the number of Greens councillors from 2 to 3. In Albury, Clarence Valley, Glen Innes, Goulburn and Kyogle councils, the Greens have broken through and look likely to have elected councils for the first time on those councils. Our vote significantly grew in Western Sydney, with a first-time councillor on Campbelltown, extra councillors in the Blue Mountains and an increased vote in the Hawkesbury, where voters have clearly rejected the influence of developer donations given to Liberal councillors and the corrupted planning decisions that have been highlighted in ICAC's recently released Operation Spicer report. Local communities across the state have shown that they trust the Greens to represent them, because when you elect a Green, you know what you get: principle, decency and a focus on local needs. It's a unique strength of the Greens in New South Wales that we have a decentralised structure, with local groups making their own decisions, pre-selecting their own candidates and determining their own campaign priorities. That's one of the great strengths of our party. We make decisions through our local groups and our grassroots membership. Every local group has an equal voice and every member has an equal say. We are a party that rejects some kind of centralised leadership, captain's calls and the idea that MPs should have privileged powers to tell members and local groups what to do. I'm proud to be a part of the Greens New South Wales, the most democratic political party in the country. We empower our local groups through grassroots democracy, local autonomy and shared resources. And when you do this, great things can happen. And that was reflected in the Greens New South Wales vote over the weekend. I'd like to say thank you to all of our candidates and volunteers. These results are a testament to the strength of our local groups and their tireless grassroots campaigning, and to all of our newly or likely elected councillors from at least Albury, Bellingen, the Blue Mountains, Byron Shire, Coffs Harbour, Lismore, Hawkesbury, Kiama, Shoalhaven, Wingecarribee, Bega, Campbelltown, Eurobodalla, Glen Innes, Goulburn, Ballina, Shoalhaven, Clarence and Kyogle. I want to say to all of those councillors, all of them, I look forward to your hard work, and it will be hard work in the next 4 years, representing the Greens, representing your local communities and standing up for grassroots democracy and standing up for your local area. Congratulations to you all.